So hello all. Yesterday we created text tables. So what is the use of text tables?
Using the text tables, we can the user can access in various languages.
Yeah, it's for automatic language translations. Text tables provide a feature of automatic language translations where we maintain text in different languages in a table and SPRAS. SPRAS should be the primary key
American.
in the text tables. Okay. And how to assign text tables? How to assign text table to the master data table?
Using foreign key.
Using
Using
foreign
foreign
key
key
and
relationship, and we need to select the option like as text table, right, in the radio buttons,
kernel value
and we need to provide the cardinality.
cardinality. Sorry.
Okay, so today we'll create tables and we'll see how to maintain currency quantity fields. Right, there is one special setting needed when we are using currency fields and quantity fields in our tables. We'll also see how to create structures. Okay, so we need to maintain reference unit reference unit for currency or quantity fields if you are using them in the tables. What is currency field? Amount. If you are maintaining a value, amount, some value, so we need to maintain reference unit for this. For example, if I just say 10,000, so what is the value of this 10,000? If it is INR, it has a separate value. If it is USD, it has a separate value, right? If it
Yes,
is a
sir.
euro, it has a separate value. Value is 10,000 only, right? Depends on the reference currency code. Again, that value will be different, right? 10,000 USD is different from 10,000 INR, right?
Yes, sir.
10,000 euros are not same as 10,000 Indian rupees, right?
Yes, sir.
So to identify that value, so we need to maintain reference unit. Unit nothing but that currency code. Okay. Or we need to just provide the reference when we are using these fields in the currency and quantity fields in the tables. Even in the structures, we'll see how to create a structure. First we'll use in the table and we'll see how to provide the unit. So I'm creating this this table in ECC system. So you can also try. It won't make any difference between S4 and ECC in this scenario. I'm creating a table employee salary. Application table, delivery and maintenance allowed. I'm creating a client dependent table. First, let's search is there any existing. There is one data element. I am just using it. For salary, I'll create a data element. It is not available. Double click on it. Data type, we are maintaining a value, right? So we have data types like these are nothing but packed decimal type, packed decimal fields. So when we are selecting here, right, just like char, we have CURR. What is CURR? CURR, behind the scenes, it contains packed decimal type, right? So select CURR as data type to maintain the currency types, sorry, values, any values. Okay, double click. Number of characters, so depends on the value you need to maintain this number of characters. For example, I'll give some 10 so that you can maintain up to 10 and decimal places. So it is generated output length as 13. What is 13? It is automatically generated the output length 13. Why it is generated 13?
including
including
dot.
Yeah, including that
point and
separated. It generated 13. Okay. Save it. Activate. So it can accept up to 2 decimal places. So any if you want to maintain any price of the product or quantity of the product, you need to maintain reference units. Okay. For price, CURR is the data type. Price of the product is a better example than salary. I don't think salary will have decimal places usually. So maintain the technical settings. Let's make it as some transactional table. APPL 1, size category 0. Activate the table. It is showing error. What is that error? Specify reference table and reference field. For which one? This one. Because we are taking currency type or value, right? The data type is currency, which the field which you are using to maintain the value. For this we have to maintain reference unit. Go to currency and quantity fields tab. So it is here. For the rest of the fields, that is disabled. But if you observe this is enabled for only salary, right? Because a reference unit is required for currency field. But how can we know what is the reference table and the corresponding field to maintain that unit? Let's check any existing standard tables. So I'm opening VBAK. VBAK is the sales order header table. So which table? Sales order header table. Here we maintain the sales order data, sales order header data. Let's click on currency and quantity fields. Here you can see some examples. They are maintaining some reference fields for sales order value, net value of the sales order. They are using currency type, right? For that they are maintaining the reference unit. What is it? VBAK WEARK. So that field is also there in the table, but that is not mandatory. That is not mandatory. They are referring the field which is in the same table. What is the type of this? Currency key. Currency key nothing but a unit. Okay, currency key nothing but a unit. So now go to that reference field. What is this? WAERK, right? VBAK WAERK, right? That is here. Double click on the data element. Go to the domain. Go to the value range. What is the table you can find in the value table? TCURC, right? What is this TCURC? Currency codes master table. What is this TCURC? Currency code master table. You can take this reference TCURC, and what is the field we have for currency key? WAERS, right? You can provide that reference WAERS, TCURC WAERS. You can provide this reference. Or if you are using a separate field, for the currency unit here itself, salary currency key, for example. Let's create and creating a separate data element. Now what is the data type we need to select for currency key? CUKY, right? CUKY is the currency key. You don't need to select characters because it will automatically populate the number of characters. Activate it. What is the master data table for CUKY? Currency key. This one, right? TCURC, right? Is everyone able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
TCURC is the master data table for currency codes. Okay, so you can maintain this as value table. That is optional again. You can maintain this as a value table for currency key domains because it will show list of possible values, list of possible values, list of possible currency codes you can select. Okay, you can maintain that as value table. Again, that is optional. So activate the domain also. Now we have a separate field for currency key, right? So instead of taking master table reference, you can also take reference of this table, current table and relevant key. You can also take like this. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Now table is active. This is how we maintain a currency key. Okay, is everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
It is same for any table wherever you are using CURR data type. The process is same. Okay, and we'll see how to maintain quantity fields. Okay, sorry. uh, yeah, so let's try creating a quantity field. Let's take a different table example. Let's take material quantity example. So we'll maintain a table material and its quantity. Okay, create a table. Or we can also maintain price, everything together. Application table, maintenance allowed. Since it's a client dependent, we are creating client dependent table. Select MANDT. Now what is the primary key we need here? We're trying to maintain material quantity, right? Quantity data, right? What is the primary key we need here?
Type.
Material number, right? We need material number field, right? So
Yes,
since
sir.
we are trying to maintain material quantity data, do we need to create a custom data element for this?
No, sir.
No, system.
What is the
System
standard
will.
table for material master data? MARA, right?
Mara.
MAR.
We are already having a data element for material number and even a technical field name. So you can use a different field name like this, right? Or you can take the same field name. Take Matner. What is the data type? Same. We can take the standard data element Matner. Okay, and material and its reference type. Sorry, quantity. We'll create a data element for this. Double click. Let's take predefined type, or maybe maintain the domain. Will take 10 seconds to create it. Double click to create. Now what is the type we need to take for quantity? We have a data type QUAN. It is for quantity. Okay, and we have a reference unit type. What is that? Unit. QUAN, and reference is the unit. For currency, CURR, reference is the CUKY. Okay, for quantity, QUAN is the quantity. Here also we need to maintain the decimal places. For example, 5, I'll maintain 2 decimal places. Activate the domain. Activate the data element. So we maintain the quantity. Now if you go to currency and quantity fields, it will expect a reference table and the reference field. Again we have two alternatives. You can refer to the master data table of quantity key, this unit of measurement, or you can create a separate field here for unit, and you can refer to the table field, that field what you have maintained in this current table. How to find a standard table? So you can Google it and find. Otherwise, go to currency and quantity fields of any existing standard table. For example, go to VBAK, go to currency and quantity fields, search for QUAN, search for QUAN, Control F, QUAN data type. Looks like quantity field is not maintained in VBAK. Let's check that in VBAP. We have other table called VBAP. VBAK is header level data. VBAP is the item level data of the sales order. I'll explain this process in the next session. I think T001 or there is one master table for units, unit of measurement. Yeah, here you can see QUAN, right? QUAN, what is the reference unit? Reference field is this. I think this one. The type of that reference field is unit. That means unit of measurement. Double click on this data element. Or you can also observe MEINS. In many places, you are going to use this field MEINS. This is the standard field for unit of measurement. Okay. Double click on this. Double click on the domain. Go to value range and observe what is the value table. What is the value table for this? T006. T006 is the master data table, reference check table for unit of measurement. Check table for the which one? Unit of measurement, T006. Or you can also check the foreign key if they are maintained. Let me see if the foreign key is maintained or not for MEINS. Click on foreign key. Yes, foreign key is maintained. Right? You can also find a check table for unit of measurement like this. Okay, T006, and what is the field name? MSCHI. MSCHI is the field name. Provide the master data table and reference field name for unit. Okay, maintain the technical settings. Why we are getting this warning? since we did not maintain the enhancement category, in future, do you want to add, do you want to allow enhancements to the table or not? Where we can maintain that setting in extras enhancement category. If you don't maintain this, you can see a warning. It won't stop you to create the table, but it will just display a warning. So do you want to allow future enhancements for this table? Can be enhanced only character type and numeric type data cannot be enhanced. Currently it is not classified. So you can select, if you select the first one, can be enhanced, you can add any type of field to this table in future. Okay, if you add only second option, character type or numeric, you can add only character type or numeric data types to the table. Okay, I'm selecting the first option so that now you won't see any warning. Okay, warning is not coming now since we selected the enhancement category. It is mandatory, like when we are working in the projects, as part of the process we select the enhancement category. Okay, is everyone clear? This is how we maintain the reference quantity and currency fields. So here, instead of taking the master data reference, what we can do, we can add one more field for the reference unit and provide that field name as a reference field. That is also possible. Okay, you may or may not maintain the unit in the table, but it is mandatory to provide the reference field for currency and quantity fields. Okay,
Yes, sir.
what is the master data table for currency unit?
VBAK.
VBAK.
No, that is sales order header table, TCURC. TCURC is the master table for currency codes. What is the master table for unit of measurement?
T006.
Okay, so why we use a quantity unit of measurement? Because let's say if you say some 100, so the value can be different in kgs, value can be different in km, value can be different in cm, centimeters, value can be different in tons, right? 100 is the value, but depends on the unit of measure. It is different, right? In each scenario.
Yes, sir.
If you just maintain 100, how to measure it? Right? It is not possible to measure it, right? We don't know what is 100. Is it kgs? Is it liters? Right? So depends on the unit of measurement, the value will be considered. So that's why unit of measurement is very important for the value. Is everyone clear on this? The process is same for any table. Either refer to the master data table or create a separate field for the currency key and unit of measurement in the table and provide that field as the reference. Okay, clear? Is everyone clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Next we'll see structures. So whoever attended our basic programming classes, we created type structures, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the use of those type structures? We are grouping the fields in the name of type structure, right? We are grouping some relevant fields in one type structure, and we are using the type structure reference to create data objects, right? Like work area and internal tables. That is local to the program. Whatever the type structures you created in the program level, they are local to the only that program. So the alternative is we can create a data dictionary structure. We can create a data dictionary structure to group the relevant fields. There are different advantages of using data dictionary structures, right? So one is reusability. You can group, for example, address is there. What are the common fields in address?
Uh, City, door
States,
number,
Street,
yeah,
yeah, door number, street, city, state or region or
state,
country,
pin code.
pin
pin
code.
code. These 5 6 fields are common for any address, right? For example, customer address, employee address, company address, right? Warehouse address. For everything, these fields are very common, right?
Yes, sir.
So we can group this address data into one structure, and we can reuse this structure name in different tables or within the other structures. So we can reuse these structures in tables and other structures. We can also add these structures to the other structures. For example, you are creating a table to maintain the customer master data, and you have to add address, right? Address details of the customer, right? Instead of maintaining those address fields individually, group them into a structure and add that structure to the table. Now, when you group those address fields in the structure, the same structure can be reused in multiple tables, so that you don't need to maintain individual fields. You can simply reuse the same structure name. Okay, it is just a group of field. So what is table? What is the difference between table and structure? Table can store the data permanently, but structures cannot store the data. It is just a group of fields. It is very important interview question too. Okay, it is just a group of fields. So how to create a structure? Let's go to data dictionary. Select data type, provide the structure name. I'll maintain naming convention like this. Just to identify it as a structure, I'll maintain name like this. Yes. Address structure, create. What is the option you need to select? Structure.
Structure.
It is similar to the table, right? Table screen, right? But we don't have technical settings here. We don't have that initial delivery and maintenance here, right? Here we are just grouping the relevant fields. Okay. Here we are just grouping the relevant fields. Maintain the fields which you want to group. Since it's the address data, you can also use the standard fields. Let me create creating the data element. I will take predefined type and some character type data. Char 10, maintain the labels. Activate the data element. Do we need to create custom data elements for everything? Door number, street. We have standard data elements already available for this data. You can refer to KNA1 table. KNA1 is the customer master table, right? Here you can see house number, street. This is the standard data element available. Let's take city. ORT01 is the field name for city. You can also take different name. City, I am taking it as city, not ORT01, but I am using the data element, same data element. I'm deleting this. Okay, I'm using the standard data element for city, which is available here. Okay. For street, STRAS, you can take the standard field name or you can use your own field name like street. Okay. And what else we need? Postal code. Or you can also use your own field name. Use the standard data element, or you can create your own data element. If you think that specific data element is not available for the field what you are grouping here, just create your own data element. Okay. And the country, land1 underscore GP is the.
What is method one type?
Sorry. Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you?
So what is
Your
typing method, sir?
typing method as one type. What is it mean?
Type, it is just type. You need to take the type. It is just like how we are defining data objects. There we are taking type, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Type of this field. What is the data type of this field? Okay, this reference and box type we'll discuss later, right? Types nothing but type of this type of since like same like how you provided the data element. Here we have additional keyword called type. That's it. Okay, here
Yes,
by
sir.
using this, so we are referring the type data type of the field. What data type we are referring, like that, for that we use types. Okay, and here also, if you are using any currency and quantity fields, what you need to maintain? The reference unit. Since we are not using any, it's not showing. But if you are maintaining any currency and quantity fields in the structure level, you have to maintain the reference unit, reference table and the corresponding unit. Okay. In tables, we maintain the fields in the fields tab. But here we have components. Okay. Activate the structure. That's it. We don't maintain any technical settings. It is enhancement category error. Maintain the enhancement category. Can be enhanced. So activate the structure. Now I have a address data structure, right? Now I have address data structure. Can we save any data in the structure? Can we store any data in the structure like table?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It is just a group of fields. It is just a logical object. You cannot store any data. Okay. Now, how can we use this structure? So one thing, you can define work areas and internal tables in the program level. Instead of type structure, you can use this structure name in any program. And the other way is, you can reuse these structures when we are creating the tables or other structures. Let's see how to reuse it. Let's assume we are creating a employee master data table. In fields, MANDT. Okay, now EMPID, take it as a primary key. I think there is a standard existing custom data element for employee ID. I'm taking as it is. There is one existing data element for employee name. I'm just taking it. Okay. I'm using the existing custom data element. Now, I want to maintain address fields, address data of the employee. Do I need to enter the individual fields like this?
No, sir. Now we can use that group structure.
In general, if you don't have structure, you need to enter the street and corresponding data element, city and corresponding data element, postal code and corresponding data element, country and corresponding data element. You have to enter all those individual fields manually, right? But now we have a structure, right? We have a structure. How can we reuse the structure in the table? How can you add those fields in the table? So you know the structure name, right? ZMOS address is the our structure name for address fields. How can you add these fields to the table? By using .include keyword. .include, and here what you need to provide in the data element section, provide the structure name. Simply provide the structure name. Now whatever the fields you maintained in the structure are part of the table. All those fields are automatically added to the table. Okay. So by using dot include, you can add. So we can add it to a table or other structure. Okay, not only table, you can also reuse structure in another structure. You can add one structure to another structure. Okay, so what is the keyword we need to use for that? Dot include.
Not
Not
include.
include.
Dot include. Now maintain the technical settings of the table. Master data, enhancement category 0, save, sorry, size category 0, and activate the table. I think we need to maintain the enhancement category. We can maintain that later. Display. Now observe all the fields, whatever available in the structure, are automatically added to table. Okay. Now you are creating a different table for customer master data. Now do you need to create all these fields individually again?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Simply use dot include on the structure name. So they will be automatically added to the table. Similarly, you can add multiple structures to the table. Let's assume there is another structure called uh, some bank data of the employee, like bank account number, bank branch, and IFSC code, routing number, like that. All those details we can group into a structure called bank data, and you can simply include that structure to the table. So whatever the fields available will be automatically added to this table. Okay.
Sir, can we give structure as a primary key, sir?
Yes, you can give structure fields once you added, right? Let me try that. Let me try that in a different table. Actually, I never tried that. Whatever the structures, whatever the fields we have in the structure, mostly non-primary key fields. Let me try we can do that or not. I'll just create one table. Fields. So dot include, I'm not taking any other fields. Address. Let me maintain the technical settings. Anyway, you can't select any primary keys in structure level. Okay, because structure is not a table, right? To
Yes, sir.
maintain the data. Okay, we don't have primary key, foreign key concepts in structure. We have only reference fields. If you take structure, it is considering a complete structure name as a primary key. It is not showing any option to select the individual fields. Let me try. Is it going to allow or not? Activate the table. Just display again. No, it is taking all the
All the
fields of the structures as primary
primary keys.
keys. Okay, it is not allowing us to select a individual field of the structure as primary key. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thanks for the question. Even I'm observing the same now. Never get a chance to do this. Okay, is there everyone clear about the structures?
Yes, sir.
When we are working on the programs, we'll see how to use structures to define our data elements and sorry, work areas and internal tables. Okay. Is
Sir,
everyone clear?
yes, sir.
Sir,
How to get the how to know the master tables, sir, like MARA, like not customized tables, only system variable tables.
Yes. So
How to
for
know?
that, yeah, for that, we don't have any shortcut. But when we are going through the classes, right, with the examples, you'll get to know about those tables.
Yes, sir.
Or we can, I'll provide some blocks to provide list of tables domain wise. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry. When we are working on the programs, right, you'll automatically understand all the tables. Now you know what is Mara, right?
Yes, sir.
Material master data table. What
Material
is
master data.
VBAK?
sales center.
Sales order tables. Like that, like when we are working on those tables, right? So you'll automatically understand different tables. Don't need to worry about it. Okay.
Sir, uh, are they only for our practice, or they are really used uh, in the real time, in
So
the real
all
time
this,
experience?
yeah, this Mara, VBAK, VBAP, these are the tables which most of the projects, many in every projects, we are going to at least we'll be having one program on these tables.
Okay.
These are commonly used tables in any project, like
Okay.
sales order, purchase order, material master, all these tables, right? Very commonly used tables in any project. Okay.
Yes, sir.
When we are working on the programs, we'll go through different examples so that you can understand. And also I'll explain the process like sales order and purchasing process, transaction codes and corresponding tables. I'll explain. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Is everyone clear on the structures? Let
Yes,
me
sir.
show you. Let me show you add one structure to the other structure. Now we have added structure to the table, right? You can also add structure to the other structure. I'm creating one
Sir,
structure.
I have a doubt, sir.
Yes.
So now we are creating for address data. We created a structure, na?
Yes.
Like for employee. For example, one employee is there. For that employee name, I mean ID, joining date, those and all is there, na, sir. So like
Yes.
that we can create one structure, sir.
Yeah. If you really think you are going to reuse the same details in different places like different tables and different structures, you can create it. You can group all those fields into one single structure.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You can
Okay, sir.
group employee name, joining date, right? Phone number, all these details into one structure and you can reuse wherever you want to. Okay.
Okay,
You
sir.
can group any fields. You can group any fields in the structure. But only thing you need to analyze whether I am going to reuse these fields in other tables and structures or not. Okay. Or if you need to define a work area and internal table with only those required fields, then also you will go with a structure.
Okay, sir.
So I'm creating one structure. It's a structure I'm creating one structure for employee master data, employee name. Now I want to add address data. Do I need to create individual fields?
No, sir.
No, you can simply use
Star include, dot
dot
include.
include and the corresponding structure name. Now whatever the fields available in that structure is going to be added to this current structure. Okay, activate it, activate the structure. You need to maintain an enhancement category. So you can add one structure to another structure or table, another table. Okay, clear? You can also add structure to the other structures to reuse the fields. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.